to the Living Banter Podcast. We are going to do a Tiger King review today.
Yes.
This is going to be so cool. But my name is Caden, you know?
And I'm James. Welcome, people.
That's who you are. Yeah, it's going to be so cool, guys. This review is going to be one to remember, one for the books. So keep posted for this episode. If you guys are new to our channel, welcome. It's always good to have new people in there. Don't forget to subscribe and just let us know what you think about our videos. But before we get into the review, most importantly, James, how are you doing, my guy?
I am doing very well. I'm all coffeeed up and I am super energetic right about now.
Up with the coffee.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't do coffee. Like, I really can't.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's the smell. It's just not my thing, bro.
It's like psych juice, but like pure caffeine.
No, Red Bull's actually the greatest drink in the world.
Oh, bean. Yeah,
No,
I still
bro,
need to have Red Bull, actually. I'm more of a Monster person, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Nah, psych juice is the best, bro. Gets me so psyched.
Yes.
Mad stuff. But yo, let's get into this Tiger King review. This series has been popping off more than anything I saw on Netflix. Like, it's just all over the place of advertising like Tiger King on Instagram, on YouTube. That is showing it off so much. It's trending so much, bro.
Yeah.
But when did you start watching it?
So I actually took an entire day just to binge it. Yeah, I sat down.
That's what everyone's doing. You can't stop watching. It's nuts.
For me, it was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go and... Because you recommended it to me. So I went and I sat down and I watched it. The entire thing, like in one day. Like I got up. I downloaded it the night before. So I was like, okay, I have it ready.
Yeah.
A spoon just fell.
Uh-oh.
So I downloaded it. Actually, no. I didn't download it.
Yeah.
I got it on Netflix. Ready. I got on Netflix and then I sat down and I watched it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was an interesting day, not gonna lie.
Sure.
So yeah.
It is so interesting. I still don't know what I think of it, to be honest. It's one of those series that you watch, you like, what just happened? Like, is this a true story or is it just a movie that was produced in Hollywood? Honestly, bro.
It's weird. I was also like, how did they get some of these shots if this guy's in prison or like, you know, what all that stuff is. It's kind of one of those series where it's just like 7 episodes of just hit and run, you know?
Yeah. Full on, bro.
It's a full on thing. So yeah, let's
so wild.
It's so wild. But yeah, let's get into the review. So do you want to go first on like your like basis thoughts?
Yeah. So I'd say if you're into animals and into crazy redhead hillbillies, or I don't know, just crazy things that like your mind to be blown. Redneck, yeah, it's mental, bro. And then if you like those type of things, then it's for you. But for me, I wasn't into that. It was just all over the place. Like I said, it was trending, and then I started watching it and I just couldn't stop watching it. So I liked it as an entertaining type of thing, but like what they do to the tigers and how they treat the people, the things they do, so unorthodox and so it's like their models are out the window, everything just so wild. But it's such an entertaining series, and that's what series are supposed to be, you know. So it hit the mark with like good series in the way it keeps you watching. That it did perfectly. Like you can't stop watching, like I said, but it's just such a crazy thing, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's just my thoughts, you know.
Yeah. So my like basis thoughts of it, it's a very out there series. Like you have to go into it with an open mind, and it changes at the drop of a hat. Like one of the big things I wrote down when I was watching the series is it changes. Like you're busy watching it, like the pilot episode, it's like very well set up and whatever. Then all of a sudden, like second episode, it's getting in there. And it's like telling the story of all these different people like really getting like the scumminess of what they're like.
Bro,
like,
I don't understand
whatever.
how this is a real story, how it's so true. I'm like, each of the characters involved on their own, they should have a series, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they should have their own whole storyline, because they're just so gnarly of how, like, how criminal they are, or what's the proper word for that? How...
It's definitely a word for
know.
like how.
Just,
I definitely think how criminal.
My mind is gone.
I still think like the best way to describe it is just out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's just
My
complete
mind's
madness.
so blown from watching it. I like don't even have words for it. But
Yeah.
literally every character is psycho and crazy, but awesome at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it mostly?
So mostly, I actually have like a full-on breakdown of like what I think. You know. So like,
Come on.
when I was busy watching the series, I went for like an episode by episode review, checking out exactly, you know, this is what I liked about it. This is what it did well. This is what it didn't really do well, and all that. So one of the things like I wrote down here is the pilot episode. Pilot is generally like the first episode.
Yes.
Sets a scene very well. And like after watching the entire thing and then rewatching the first
It hooks
episode,
you instantly.
yeah, it sets a scene very well, and like all the like best moments are like right in the beginning. Like all the best lines of like how everything got that just happened. Like right in the beginning, it just hit you with, okay, this is what the series is about. It was like a trailer, and then it got straight into how it was going. But it was a very seamless transition from like trailer vibes into like into the actual series, which I really thought was an incredible
trailer vibes, no pun intended.
Yeah. I get that.
Trailer
I get that. Yeah, the trailer going in a trailer park. So yeah, one of the things I also liked about it is it set the rivalry up of all these people very well.
Oh,
you know?
so much. So much.
Like, so yeah,
it's so crazy.
We don't want to spoil anything, but there's the two main characters, Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin. I can't even say Carol Baskin because it's like, because you know the South Africans like in me is just like Baskin, but it's Baskin. They're like Carol Baskin. It's like those two, the rivalry for them is just set up straight from the get-go, and it's really good. It introduces you to both of those characters, shows you how crazy each of them are. But like you think like in the beginning, you think Carol Baskin is kind of like this so-called sort of less crazy person, just because Joe Exotic is very insane. Like she's the quiet kind of insane, but he's like
she seems normal compared to Joe at the start.
Yeah, but then you start learning things and you're like, okay, this is starting to get a bit more mixed up.
Let us just stop right there and what is actually happening now.
Yeah.
Every 10 minutes my mind's blown. That's why I'm still like bamboozled from watching this. Honestly, bro.
Also, one of the things...
But I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what do you want to say? Go for it.
So before like we get into like the actual questions of like us asking each other, one of the things is I call this kind of the Project X like scenario, where basically you think it can't get any worse or it can't get any more messed up, and it just jumps another level, you know? And
so true.
And that's why I call it the Project X mentality. Because in Project X, everything just escalates and escalates and escalates. And that's kind of how this how the series goes, is it just carries on escalating. And that's why it keeps you hooked, is because you are so like, whoa, okay, something's gonna happen. And the cliffhangers and the way that they
hook you.
They say that they hook you and they segue into the next episode, keeps you watching, and you're like, oh, I want to find out what this is and whatever. And it just
it's so hard to press pause or like having to put off.
Yeah, because literally you're like you see like it ends and you see like go to the next episode in 3, 2, 1. You're like, okay, let's do this, let's go.
Yep.
I'm ready.
True story.
Come at me. Yeah.
That is so true.
Because, you know, being in lockdown, you're like, oh, well, I don't really have anything else to do, you know, just
Yeah, nothing else to do, bro.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do in this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's ask some questions, you know.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
What
So,
questions
my
do you
first
have for me?
question.
Yeah.
My first question for you. As the series goes on, you know,
Yeah.
I just want to know who would you go to? Like, what zoo would you support?
What zoo would I go to? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I would probably go to Doc's zoo. Mainly
Okay.
because like he's kind of making, I wouldn't say he's like, oh, he's making more money, but I think he did like the actual exhibition of everything really well. Like he went,
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
like
the
I know
interaction
Joe,
with, like,
I feel like he put the animals more in front of you than he put himself in front of you. So I know Joe Exotic was the kind of person who put himself in front of you rather than
yeah,
the
Joe
animals,
said
you know?
they don't come here for the tigers, they come here for me.
Yeah.
They literally, he says that they just come there for him because he's such a character by himself.
Yeah, he is a character.
He's as
but,
crazy as tigers.
yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
I can see characters all the time I want. People are crazy. I can go in wherever and I'll find crazy people.
Yeah.
I can't go everywhere and find tigers. If I'm going to be like looking for something to go and watch, I'm going to go for like the place that has like the more interactive experience with the tiger.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, what would you go? Which zoo would you go to?
I think I'd also go to Doc's, to be honest, because
Okay.
you can get the same thing as by the others. Like, you will see the tigers, obviously, but I like the one thing about Doc Zoo was you get to lay down with like the small cubs in like a group, and then you get to like play with them and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's, I think, and plus there's just more interaction at that zoo, it seemed. Maybe it's different too. Like the cast said that some things were just made out of proportion when they interviewed them afterwards, but I just think that Doc Zoo seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's
definitely.
way more showing off the tiger than anything else, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
My question. So, if you had to support any one of those people, like not their zoo or whatever, if you had to go and support one of those people as
Yes.
like in the series, like, oh, he's the hero, he's the guy who like is doing the right thing. You had to choose one of those people to like support as a hero. Who would you choose?
I honestly don't think any of them's heroes, to be honest, but that's what just such a hard thing because they're all psychos.
Yeah.
Honestly. So if Joe was out of prison,
Yeah.
and let's say now Joe had his own zoo, and it was how when he was running it, that's how it is. And Jeff, when he was running it, that's how it is. I think I'd go to, or I'd support. I'd support Jeff's one.
Jeff. Okay.
Yeah, I'd support Jeff's one. Just
Okay.
because, yeah, it's super hard, to be honest. It's between obviously Doc and Jeff. It's like going there and supporting them. I'd say support Jeff's one because they would need it more. Like Doc sorted. I'm just thinking of like who needs the support to keep the tigers healthy and to keep the zoo running.
Yeah.
Jeff needs it more, and Joe Zoo more than Doc's. Like they sorted, they're balling, honestly. So I'd support like Jeff's one. They're not good people at all.
Yeah.
But one of the workers actually said he didn't have a problem with Jeff. When they interviewed him after the series, there was an episode on Netflix also on Tiger King. When the series ended and they interviewed all the characters, and the one guy said he doesn't have a problem with Jeff. Unlike Joe, he would just randomly shout at people and fire people when the cameras were on, and then like be another way when the cameras are off. So Jeff seemed pretty cool. He said like working with, not too of a problem. So I'd support that one.
Okay.
And you?
honestly, I would have supported Jozu simply because at the beginning of the series, he seems to have the right mentality. He seems to, be going in the right direction and everything like that.
Yes.
Honestly, Doc, when you like start like, there's an episode on Doc where people really start digging into it, and it just it's just bleh. And Jeff also had quite a lot of problems with the zoo. So I would rather choose like Joe, but like right in the beginning where he has the right heart for the Tigers. Because I think as the series went on, he got a lot more kind of...
I was just looking at now, like currently.
Yeah. So currently I would probably... I don't know. Because...
So hard, honestly.
Yeah, it's so hard because it's like Carol, Jeff, and Doc. And Carol Baskin is just, it's like she seems so sweet and like innocent and whatever, but there's problems.
Certainly not.
Yeah, there's problems
James,
with her.
Speaking of this problem, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
All of the cast say, after like when the interview went on, they think that Carol killed her husband. Do you think that Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Definitely.
Don Lewis is dead by Carol Baskin.
Yeah, I
think so too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think,
if you don't think that she killed her husband, you must be watching another series. Honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
She's like, you see like such a public image about her and like, it wasn't really investigated. I think one of the underlying things that like...
It was investigated so badly. Yo.
Yeah, one of the things I do think that happened that they didn't mention in the series is that she like paid off the police or something, because the way that it like transpired, like they didn't go and they didn't search like the zoo or anything. They didn't do actual research into this person could have
they only searched searched the van and the zoo. I think it was a few days later. But the thing is, she could have done anything in those few days. Like got in people to clean up the mess, get in like just people to completely wash away whatever was there before.
Yeah, and also one of the things that one of the things that one of the zookeepers said that like really stuck with me was the fact that tigers' stomachs are very, very acidic.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it can dissolve bones and it will come out like you won't even know what they ate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you'd have to check the feces to see if there's any human DNA inside of it.
Yeah.
You can't...
But like I said, they only checked again 3 days later. So she could have done anything in those 3 days.
Yeah.
Or maybe... Did you see Joe said that she might have threw Don down in that drain that they had there?
Yeah, in the septic tank.
Or grinded his body sadly in the mince grinder.
Yeah.
And when the crazy thing, what blows my mind is the sheriffs made it that they weren't allowed to go check that out. Like somehow, this is messed up. Somehow, some way, they weren't allowed to go check what was in the septic tank or was in the mince grinder for proof.
Yeah.
Which is like, she's definitely paying someone off. And her brother is a deputy sheriff.
Yeah.
She's a multi-millionaire, so money pays.
Yeah. And also, here's the thing. Remember they had this whole big thing about, on my disappearance, everything goes to Carol Baskin. And also her entire family got cut out of the will.
Yes.
And on top of that, he was thinking of divorcing her. So there's way too much evidence stacked up against her. There's way too much motive, and there's way too much... It's not even like motive, it's like evidence of motive, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, she was the most benefactor. She grabbed the most. It's not that, she had the most to benefit. She was the one who grabbed the most. Because, I mean, if someone died, if your husband dies, you're going to want to give the family something. I mean, come on. She was like, no.
Of course. If you really love the husband.
Yeah. You guys are getting
But she didn't.
And then she
didn't even have a memorial service or a funeral.
Like,
She was like, the only memorial I had was when I stared out the window and thought of him. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and
what is this even real?
And the thing is, that's very selfish. I mean, you'd want to have like a memorial for the family and all that. If you truly cared about the person, you would at least give them a proper memorial.
The family got 10%.
Yeah.
The whole family of Don Lewis got 10%.
Yeah.
Kettle alone got 90. That is bonkers.
I mean, that's...
And like it said, the lawyers said that on a will, it will never say if I disappear.
Yeah, on my disappearance,
like
it's just
death,
like...
or possibly upon murder, but disappeared, like what?
Yeah.
What's up with that? That was a typed will by Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
It's mental stuff.
It really is honestly mental.
Unreal.
Also, going on from like... Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, if you had to rate the series from 0 to 10, 0
to 10,
super bad, 10 being
like basically unwatchable. 10 being like 10 being like favorite series of all time.
Yeah,
I'd give it a 6. Like, for me personally, it wasn't the thing that like massively grabbed me, but it has all the good points of like a good series. And the cinematography is done really well. The editing's done really well. The story is told very well, but it jumps around a few places here and there. But for me personally, I'm the kind of person that likes watching a very cohesive story being told like one thing to the next. And that for me personally, it wasn't like an amazing series, but it's definitely above average. Because like average series is you watch and you're just like, okay, I get it. I can,
Or for a documentary.
For a documentary,
yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm the kind of person who grew up watching a lot of like.
It's called a documentary. Yeah. It's Tiger King documentary. So.
Yeah, I grew up watching a lot of National Geographic sort of documentaries. So my like taste for documentaries is very high. Yeah. So. Okay. As much as I really did enjoy it, it still gets like a 6 because it's, it's above average. It's definitely above average. It's definitely worth a watch if you want something interesting. But for me personally, it's not like, oh, wow, this is an incredible, series or whatever. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It is good.
Yeah, it is good.
It is really good. It's good to watch, but it's not something where I'm like, oh, this is my absolute favorite series. I'm obsessed with it. No. It's just like, it's a good series. Give it a watch. What about you? Where would you rate it? Yeah.
Like you said, it was produced well. The people are like, the things they say is just so funny and completely bamboozling. But I'd say it's a solid 6.5 out of 10.
6.5. Okay, so we both kind of
with you on the 6 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is definitely, it's
just
good.
Not my type of series that I'd want to watch that often. That I'd like continue to want to get something from that, because it's really out of the ordinary completely.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's different, to say the least. It's different.
Yeah, I don't like seeing tigers being abused or getting hurt and getting of all this nonsense,
I think there is quite a bit of that.
I think it was 6.5. Yeah.
I think it's just, it's a good, like I said, good series, very well executed, but it's not me,
Yeah. But who do you recommend it to anyone?
I definitely would. I mean, I'm rewatching it with my family now because I was like, do you want to give this a try? We watched the first episode together. My mom laughed a lot. My brother and my dad got really into it. Yeah. And like I say, it's one of those series that you can watch and you can be like, whoa, okay. Like hits really fast and hard. But, it's like, it's a bit of a toss-up. It's really a bit of a toss-up. You either... I think it's one of those series, it's not like you love or hate, but it's not one of those series where you love it or you hate it. It's one of those series where you really like it, or you think, okay, it's good. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would
actually.
I don't think someone could actually hate Tiger King, if I'm honest.
Of course, you're against what they do, but I'm talking about
obviously.
as a series,
as a documentary. If you hated it, there has to be like you have to have like a really solid, grounded reason to hate it. I mean, it's a decent series. It's a decent documentary. I'm calling it a series,
put together
documentary, because it does tell a story and whatever. It's just like, I personally would just be like, it's one of those things you either love or it's good. It's not like, it's not like bad.
And I say it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand. I haven't actually met anyone who's watched it and said that is bad. Let's put it like that.
No. Yeah, that's true.
Now, I have met people who are obsessed with it.
Yes.
So,
yeah, they love it.
So yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
One of the things I was just busy thinking about is, you know how they say Carole Baskin killed her husband or whatever? Do you think Joe Exotic should have gone to jail for like hiring someone? Do you think that he actually hired someone to kill Carole Baskin? Like, it's very up in the air, and I don't trust any of those people. Yeah, no. The thing is, I don't trust any of those people, and I feel like they could have actually lied in court to get him into jail, you know?
Yeah, I think people are out to get Joe.
Yeah,
right. Deep down, he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
like he has a good heart for animals. Yeah. But I do think, this is so tough. He did claim he wanted her dead a few times.
Yeah, a few times.
It's proven he had conversations with people to say, kill that for me. Like,
kill
her, or can you get someone to kill? Like, he had conversations with Jeff. Can you get your worker to go kill her for me?
Yeah.
I don't think that he put something properly 100% in place. I think he made a lot of jokes about it. He also wanted it done, but I don't think he puts 100% place into like, this is the day you're gonna do it, this is how. I think he just spoke about it a few times and they framed him.
Yeah.
That is my opinion. It's so controversial because there's a lot of crazy things out there to say. But I think he was framed for most of it. Yes, he's guilty of
all like the other kinds.
Tigers.
Yeah.
The other things he's guilty of for sure, which is quite sad. But I don't think that he signed a contract saying to a hitman, go kill Carole Baskin.
Or like any exchange of money. You know?
Yeah, no, not full exchange of money exactly. He didn't pay full money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. With this series, you never know with any of the cats.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree with you. I personally just don't think... Because, like, I mean, he's a personality. Let's be real. He's a personality. He's out there.
Big personality.
Yeah, and here's the thing. A lot of what he did online, like, against Carole Baskin was to, like, get the public's attention, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, all those publicity stunts and all that kind of stuff. It was very... like, kill this lady or whatever. But it was kind of, I don't think he would have actually like gone out of his way to be like, okay, we're actually going to kill her now. Like, we are going to get a hitman and we're going to kill her. I mean, obviously he's going to talk to his friends, like just banter or whatever. It's like, we should kill her.
No one liked her.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted her dead. If they're honest. That was what they were saying.
And she is a very shady lady. I'm not going to debate.
You're so shady.
Debate that. But the thing is, he wouldn't have gone through with it. He wouldn't have paid anyone. Even if he tried to like get a guy undercover to pose as a hitman, he just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And also, I think the $3,000 thing. I mean, he could have just paid that guy just to go away or something, you know, and like just have told the half a story, because we didn't actually hear his side of the story from why he would have paid that guy $3,000. He could have paid that guy $3,000 to get out of there, you know?
Yes, the guy made up his own story, but Joe didn't exactly say, I paid him, or it was going to be 5,000 and I only gave him 3,000.
Yeah, he didn't say any of that sort of stuff. personally, I do believe he should have gone to jail
It's
because of the euthanization, because of all that other sort of
Yes,
stuff.
100%.
But for hiring hitmen,
Guilt.
I don't think he would have done that. Because
No, I don't see it.
yeah. But the thing is, also a lot of like the Americans, especially when they're in that kind of position, they take things all the way over the top. I've seen it all the time. You know?
Big time.
Like
So
people
true.
make like a small comment on like someone's on like someone's YouTube channel or an Instagram post. Like a famous person makes a remark on another famous person's poster, and a whole article gets written
Happens all
about
the
it.
time.
You know? It
Yeah.
happens all the time, and I just think they just took it out of proportion. You know?
Yeah.
And they were like,
I get
okay,
what
we
you said.
actually have to kill her now, you know?
Yeah. Because he
So,
was,
yeah.
like you said, he was crazy. And
Yeah,
he
was
said
crazy.
a lot of other mental stuff. So
Yeah.
him just saying kill cattle, common people would have got it in their mind, and they wanted, I think Jeff would have framed him.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Jeff was the guy that framed him, maybe. But I really want to know so badly what actually went down with
Yeah.
each of those things. Like what was happening
Yeah.
with Doc, and killing all the young
Yeah.
cubs after they can't be played with. What was happening with Cattle and her husband? Like,
Yeah.
how did she possibly kill him? Which she probably did, sadly. That is brutal. But what happened
Yeah.
with Joe? Did he actually hire someone? There's so much questions. To be
Yeah. I
honest.
mean, it's really as a like series documentary thing. It's really cool that they kind of left it very open-ended. But at the same time, as humans, we crave
the
closure.
left the conversation.
So I mean, yeah, it's one of those series
But
we
I
can
think
sit here and debate all the
The
time.
producers don't even know what's happening. I think
Yeah,
it's
the
one of
producers
those
are just
things
like,
where they
let's
also
go put a
like,
camera in front of that crazy redneck.
let's just
you
put
know?
a camera on this character because we don't even know what's happening here, but he's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got one more question for you, James.
Yes.
Did you want to add any other thing? You
Nope.
want to say anything else?
I'm
Okay, cool.
One more question.
Would you live with a tiger? Would you want a tiger as a pet?
Yes. Like as much of a like dog person or whatever I have, I think it would be cool to have a tiger, as dangerous as it can be. You know,
Would you want it full grown?
yeah,
when it
like
gets that old?
from like if I could have like a baby tiger all the way to when it's older, then yeah, I would definitely do it. But the thing is, I wouldn't actively go out of my way to go and like buy a tiger to have as a pet. Like I said, I'm a dog person. I'm personally, when I eventually move out, I'm probably going to have like an Alsatian or something, you know. But like a tiger would really like, it would be cool. I mean, it would be cool if I had the money to feed it and whatever. It would be cool to have.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would actively go out of
So
my way to go and buy one, you know. What about you?
Yeah.
Do you think you would go and have a tiger?
I definitely. So I would want a tiger because from a young age, I always wanted a tiger. Like before the series even came out, before I saw this coming, I wanted a tiger from a young age. From seeing like Mike Tyson with a tiger to just how awesome. Because I love cats, bro. Like I'm honest. Like I've had dogs, I've had cats, and I honestly love cats. I'd love a tiger from a young age, and then when it gets older, I'll probably put it in a like conservation or somewhere where it's safe, in a nice home or whatever, so that it's no harm to the people around me. But yeah, I'd honestly want a tiger so badly. It's so awesome, bro. I love those creatures.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it is like to own a tiger.
A lot. It's a lot. Because of all the amount you have to feed them and, you know, all the maintenance.
I opened the article. Yeah, that will be, food, bro, the meat. But
meat would be
people in the
crazy.
USA can purchase a captive born tiger from $900 to $2,500.
Jeez, that is mental.
That's a lot of doll hairs, bro.
Yes, that is a lot of money.
900 to 2,500. So if you convert that, $2,500, that's about 30,000 rand.
Yeah,
For
roughly.
a tiger.
Yeah,
And then you
from
still have
30
to
to
buy
like 50.
whole cow meat, beef, proper food for that tiger,
Yeah,
proper cage and all that stuff.
yeah, you'd have to have Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'd probably still have like a dog or something. I mean, I would like a tiger, but like, you know, if I didn't have to do all like the dirty work.
Yeah, in the series there was puppies playing with the tigers. I was like,
that was pretty cool.
What's gonna happen? But they were like pretty chilled around each other.
Yeah.
Which I find so crazy. A wild cat with like a sausage dog.
Yeah, that was mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for me before we end this Living Banter podcast?
No, I'm sorted. I'm fine. I think all that can be said has been said. And yeah, we definitely
much more to say at the same time, but
there is so much more to say. There's so much more to debate, but like I think we've said our part, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. All we can possibly think of, you know.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of the Tiger King Review, the Living Banter podcast. We are posting every Thursday or Saturday, or Thursdays and Saturdays. Let us know in the comments. Let us know. We're gonna put up a poll on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram over there. Link in description. You know, but just tell us. Do you want us to post on Thursday or Thursday and Saturday? You know, it's all about you guys. Like what you want. It's for the people, by the people. You know what's happening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share comments, what you want to hear us talk about in the future. We're all here for you guys, you know. We're keen to talk about anything that we can educate ourselves on. Hit that bell so that you can know when we post. And let's go.
Yeah.
We're in for so much more goodness to come.
Right.
But James, this was cool, man.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Cool. See you guys.
See
Have
you
a
guys.
good one.
Cheers.
Peace.